Swedish organization in Fnatic, but now a very, very tough task against a very strong Outsiders group here in Mirage.
Assuredly one of the most frustrating teams to be playing against in Outsiders. They're a tough nut to crack.
I know you focused on them in your little analyst Skywalk segment, so I know you've learned a certain appreciation for the insanity that is Outsiders.
Yeah, they're actually way more fun to watch if you can speed past all the saving and the slow plays, but the actual strategies that they bring in is really sick. I actually have appreciated it a lot more, so I'm excited for this one. I think Outsiders are in a good position right now. They look like a strong team. NiP, they're going to have to bring their very best in this game.
Yeah, smoke deployed by Flit. He's got a flashbang as well. That's going to plume at top con. Aleksib hasn't seen anything just yet. Qikert and Jame to align themselves behind the smoke. There's Aleksib, his position given up. That turn in the corner from, oh, look at Norbert. Just as he turns, Aleksib fell away. He missed the opportunity. It's a 5-on-4 in the favor of NiP. Make that, ooh, a 5-on-3 as hampus hits the headshot, and Outsiders still have not committed anywhere.
That is close. You're right. That boost in the
look
window.
At Norbert. Look at Norbert. Look at where he's going.
Yeah, and now that Fame has found the opening on hampus, this is doable. All the way in the back of the site, S-Tag with absolutely no friends nearby. Dualies, though, he's going to have to do it all on his own, but they've already checked him, and what a headshot from Fame to take down S-Tag. And just like that, snap of a finger, and we're back into a 3-on-3 with the bomb already planted. Norbert's checking it out. He knows they're coming. Actually, a double setup right here. You can see Aleksib trying to bait out the shots, jumping past, but instead, he's going to get the Glock right to the face. Now a 1 versus 2 for Brolan, and he knows, yeah, he saw that shoulder kick that he swings in for it. He's ready. Oh, Brolan! What a clutch that was!
Oh, he read it perfectly. Actually, that was such a sick rotation as well from Outsiders after they get 2 kills in market, but Brolan knew the exact crossfire that was set up, and he was ready.
He's laughing a little bit. This guy has been touted as the guy who's meant to be the best in Sweden, and since he joined it, I don't think we've seen that. That is not what we've seen. That was one hell of a clutch right there. If he can come alive and he could live up to sort of the promise, that would be something that could change this major for NiP.
That's one hell of a way to get this event or this game started for NiP. If you're Brolan, what a huge save this is. Look at this. Fame shifts back and Qikert shifts over to the pillar, and oh, that's very close to the monitor as well. A lot of very close monitor players these days.
Yeah, if it was a 90s movie, he got sucked into it, and
yeah,
he'd be living inside of the...
Nice shot from Fame. The single AK-47 on the board. Brolan's brought very low. hampus is dinked up on Catwalk. He's got to back away. Oh, this is a lot of early pressure on NiP. They've lost all the advantages. Nice, easy kill. Somehow Flitz made his way in and got another. Oh, this is spiraled from bad to worse.
I swear he was walking past him when the smoke faded, but somehow... I don't know if that's a 4x3 type scenario, but it felt like he was in the field of view, but obviously he wasn't. Aleksib not realizing. hampus very low on health, and Flit's going to find the kill. A triple in the round. S-Tag. He couldn't save them in the pistol round. He got run down, but he's going to have a shot at it here once again. He's got 3. He needs another 2 to try and ace clutch this one, and they're both set up on CT spawn at the moment.
And critically, they don't have any of the rifles. S-Tag dispatched everyone with a gun in the round for Outsiders. Now he doesn't have a kit, so he's got to hustle. Smoke to cross over towards the bomb, but he's got 2 players in spawn to find.
And if you kill one, probably you won't be looking for the second in the same spot. Yeah, I completely agree. There's no way. He has no idea where to look at the moment, and it's so far ticked already. So a little bit of a shame with a rifle, sure, but he has to just try and make a run for it. He can make it expensive, and Norbert will still take him down. Yeah, 4 kills, but doesn't matter. Outsiders, they will absolutely take that. Even if they had lost Norbert, they'd be quite happy.
Yeah, you want to talk about slow and boring. This is a very fast, aggressive opening from Outsiders up Catwalk with a single AK-47. They really infested that NiP defense in the first 20, 30 seconds of this round. That's at 1:40. Rez didn't even see it coming. And obviously this one, as the smoke faded, Aleksib had no idea. Absolutely brutal. What a turnaround. After the excitement of Brolan's 1-on-2 clutch into that.
It's always a shame when you can't ride, you can't sort of serve the momentum wave of having a clutch like that. It just right back into it, even the score. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Flit looking for something in the middle. hampus is kind of close by. S-Tag is there as well. He could turn around, although the Molotov is going to be great. That'll really split up the little 1-2 punch they had set up at the corner.
Not really challenging up Catwalk quite yet. It's Flit. Oh, that's a nice flashbang. That's a perfect flashbang opening kill.
So ready for it. They did try to get their way through, but slaughtering NiP is what they're doing.
Yeah.
At least for now.
At least for now.
And then the slowdown.
Yeah, wait for the smokes to fade.
How can, if people new, I bet there are a lot of new Counter-Strike viewers these days, how can we conceptualize what is the problem against playing a slow team like Outsiders, which they normally are? Why is it hard on the CT side?
Well, I mean, I think one of the good wrinkles that they've added into their game plan since we kind of had the memes about how slow they played is obviously the fact that now they, with guys like Fame and with guys like Flit, they can actually be hyper-aggressive. They can actually introduce some pace into it, so it's really hard to read when you're going to be playing against the fast pace, when you're playing against the slow, calculated style.
Yeah.
I think more than anything, that slow pace, I mean, having competed against them back when they were under the Virtus Pro banner, it's so tough to deal with because you never know if the play you're looking at and experiencing is actually the commitment, is actually the plan.
Yeah.
And it makes it very, very difficult to actually make and commit to decisions. It throws a lot of confusion into the team and a lot of frustration when things don't go your way.
And they often look so comfortable playing when there's 10 or 7 seconds left in a round, whereas most teams are super panicked. It feels like
it throws a lot of chaos into how your plan of using utility. I believe he was spotted. Surely Norbert clears this.
Yeah, he's well aware.
Yeah.
Good, nice little resting place with a little sofa chair in the corner.
Yeah.
Hampus definitely dead as well.
Now, Aleksib should be able to get away with the AK-47. I don't think there's going to be any kind of a hunt whatsoever, although he is moving closer to danger. 1v4, bomb being planted as we speak. And it's going to be a third round for Outsiders. NiP will get the guns back in their hands.
Bomb has been planted.
I think at some point in time, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was writing a little script to introduce NiP to some of this, and I put in that Hampus the most impactful player in Sweden. Do you think that's is that too? Did I reach too far in that one?
No, that's probably fair. I mean, with the way he likes to play as well, he takes up a lot of space. He likes to get aggressive on the map. He likes to go for opening kills, likes to go for lurks. He does a little bit of everything, and especially as an in-game leader as well previously, he's had a lot of impact. You could probably talk about a few different players in that fashion, but I'm right with you with Hampus.
I feel like when he's having really good games, his
influence
changes.
You can feel his influence in the games, certainly,
Yeah.
when he's on one.
They're going to need that. And they're going to need that. So, I mean, ideally, the promise of the Rez and Broland duo would... I feel like S-Tag is usually pretty reliable for most things that they want to do. But I don't expect him to really be the superstar.
Who, S-Tag?
Yeah. I feel like he just has to
not.
be like the,
he's
holding the back line.
Especially with this kind of shift of roles and everything as well. I think it's opened up a little bit of space or it's opened up a lot of space really for Broland to kind of step into that role and be the star player that he's kind of meant to be. Rez on the AWP, Hampus with his kind of aggressive play. So I think they've gotten a little bit more situated and more defined roles between the lineup. I mean, the question is, even if it's more defined, is this going to be the one that actually works?
Yeah, we don't know yet. We're looking for that answer. 3-1 in favor of Outsiders, in spite of the fact that NiP won the pistol. They're now back with rifles. And we'll see. Flits, that's a nice headshot from Hampus. That looked like it could have gone either way. But a test for NiP to see if they can keep that utility for these slow rounds, because this is one of those slightly more, slowed down rounds. Okay. That seems like a big risk on the side of Fame.
Yeah.
And with Jame already low, this is actually classically a round that Outsiders could just be saving, and maybe they are going to stick around and look for a couple of kills with the AKs, but...
Actually, interesting enough, the whole defense from NiP has shifted to clear out middle. They're like, we'll play retake on the A-bomb site. We don't mind. Although, I think you're exactly right. Looking at them on the mini-map, it seems like they're also starting to back away. 40 seconds left at the clock. If Outsiders had actually moved forward and actually investigated up A-ramp, investigated out Palace, they might have been able to find an A-bomb site. And I mean, even in a 3-on-5, who knows how you might be able to win that one. But as we know, Outsiders, to kind of talk a little bit about their playstyle, they play the percentages. They're always going to play the percentages. And at the moment, this is not a high percentage round win for Outsiders. Good kill from Broland. That drops the bomb yet again. Takes one more weapon away, so the save is less effective. And a second round for NiP.
Hugely less effective, right? In the sense that having this extra... I mean, they have a lot of money in the bank, so they're going to buy anyway.
Yeah, I'll see your cushioned sofa couch and raise you a park bench.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could sleep better in it. That's true. Different advantages. If
Any
you
chaise lounges in here, this map?
I've got one in my hotel room.
I don't.
Come hang out.
I've been in like 4 people's hotel rooms, and everyone's got a chaise lounge except for me.
Yeah, I called the hotel and said, take it out of the room.
Don't give him one. Get it out of there.
I'm like, okay. If you say so.
Now that's a nice victory for NiP as well to get on in the first gun round. All 5 players survive, build up some money. You can see what, around 2,000 built up on most of the players. Brolin's got 4,800. He was past the AK-47 earlier in the half that Aleksib saved.
Nice attempt from Jame. Definitely can be, apart from obviously having the calls. Wow, that is a way to get rid of an AWP. You've got to give it to them. They're throwing even more nades. They would have been absolutely sure that he's dead up there.
They called in the airstrike. Wonderful from NiP.
They did a little tablet coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I was going to say, usually someone who could be very impactful with the AWP as well. But not when he's blown to pieces.
Well, I mean, let's talk about it from the other perspective, too, talking about outsiders in this slower kind of style. Look at the utility on NiP. Look at the kind of priority of saving 3 smokes at the moment. They just put one out now. They've got 2 Molotovs remaining, so trying to save some counter utility and some delay utility for when you know outsiders is going to be playing slow.
Yeah, super important. And like you mentioned earlier, very, very difficult, because if you're saving all this utility and they do go for a quick round, you might be in trouble. So we'll see. They're going to be pushing into the middle, and that's kind of what outsiders are hoping for. They're set up for it. Flit and Fame coming back into it. Look at this double kill. Hampus trying to save the day, but they're in trouble now. That's a huge lead for NiP that's just given away. And the bomb is making his way under the A-bomb site. Hashtag is so far away. That is the power of the slow play. They are vindicated in what they're doing.
Yeah, not just taken away from them, just ripped out of their hands. That lead that the NiP had just dissolves. Qikert is going to fall at the end of the day, but it's a low-impact kill for S-Tag. That means nothing. He's not going for this. He's backing away. Now, thankfully, if you're NiP, by virtue of winning such a clean round previously, you got plenty of money for a buy in the next round.
Sure.
Brolin has cash built up to drop an AWP over to Rez. It's the first time we'll see it out for NiP in this half.
Tell me, why is it when, NiP, they have that, the 4-on-3 setup that they've got going on? Why are they not just happy to hang around in middle and wait for outsiders to do something? What does it get them to walk into the middle?
Again, it's the other part of these slowdown rounds is outsiders is so quiet in the way that they take map control, and they're more than willing to take the kind of risk of dry peeking into a fight slow to get that kind of control without giving away information. So NiP is feeling super uncomfortable. They don't know what's coming. They don't know where anyone is.
They need information.
They don't know if it's going to be an attack up catwalk. They don't know if it's going to be up connector. They don't know anything.
They wanted information. They got bullets. The outsider story.
Well, they got the information, too.
Yeah. I guess bullets carry a certain amount of information.
Yeah, they do. They teach you a lesson.
Where are the data science people? I don't know. Round number 7 is coming up now after a little bit of a timeout here, but this is still a good, good little lead that outsiders are building themselves. Like you pointed out, NiP is still with the money. But it must be an uncomfortable start for them, which probably they must have had a conversation. You have to expect this will be an uncomfortable game, just given who the opponent is.
Yeah, Fame was looking for that exact fight for some time. I mean, we also remember, this also might be like a pre-planned idea from NiP coming into this game, because we saw it in the previous round as well in a 5-on-3, when they actually just left the A-bomb site and crunched middle, and they said, oh, maybe that's an area of the map where they said, you know what, if we don't have information anywhere, let's make sure that we're all coming together and crunching towards middle, and that's where we're going to find our information, right? That could be the game plan, and in that round, at the very least, it backfires. Yeah,
if they would have found no one, they could have started to make other choices on the NiP side. It's all right, boy, they're probably grouping up to get either A or B, so let's try and spread out a little bit from this mid position. 7th round. And obviously a little bit more limited on the early utility here for NiP, so might have to work even harder to hold on to it down the stretch of this round.
Now, Rez's AWP is positioned at the B bomb site. The first round, he's got it. It's not going to influence or dictate anything in middle or at A or on catwalk unless teammates go down and he's forced to rotate. At the moment, he's happy with the deep angle with the AWP. Standard utility to take control of connector. Nade comes in a little bit late, just chips down Fame barely.
Do they want to go while they know that that catwalk position has been Molotoved out? I mean, they have the connector. They know no one can shoot them in the back right now. Qikert, there's the opening. And they are going to speed it up. The bomb is quite far back, so they haven't actually committed to this yet. I know it looks like it, but they're still not quite sure. There's the clear. They're going to get S-Tag eventually, and it's a 2-on-3.
This is exactly what I was talking about in terms of risk. How many times do you see someone just walk out Palace quietly, crawling off the balcony to just take a fight towards spawn? Like, you have no warning if you're NiP, and that is what's so stressful, is so frequently you just don't know what's coming until it's already in your face. Flashbang out is going to keep hampus off the angle, at least for the moment. Now Jame is the one who's going to do... I don't know if he spotted the toe. I don't know if he spotted the toe, but he got that.
Yeah, there's a chance right here. Look at it. 13 seconds on the clock. They need to get this bomb plant right now. If they were to get interrupted, I don't think NiP could actually stop it, but that might be a nightmare. Bomb is going down very, very late. And it's a 2-on-2 in the afterplant here. Still a smoke onto Rez, but no kit picked up at the moment, which could definitely be a bit of a problem. Fame, that's an easy, almost a free kill, and they actually doubled up on that one. So Rez, I don't know, it'd take a miracle. He's got 0 kills right now. AWP, an expensive weapon to give away if he's going to go for it. And with no kit, it's a 10-second defuse. Norbert just trucks him from the middle, celebrating a little bit afterwards. 5-2. Good lead for outside, and that is the money gone for NiP.
Yeah, I think Hampus really wanted to, or excuse me, Rez really wanted to drop that smoke, take at least one fight, pick one of them off, and only have to deal with the lucky, situation of one player missing his magazine on you trying to do a 10-second defuse. 2 is just too much for that. NiP's out of money. Aleksib buys up an M4. The only rifle that NiP's going to have to play with, and it's going onto this boost. That's such a hard thing to spot, I think, if you're Flit, but Aleksib didn't get the fight he wanted, so they bail out.
In the meantime, aggressing, scaling onto the A-bomb site right away. Hampus, good deagle shot. We need more of that. He can't quite find it, even if Norbert was completely blind for a good 3 or 4 seconds there. Jame with the triple in this round. It's looking good.
Yeah, but look at the way Outsiders is waiting until they know they have such a huge advantage in terms of weaponry, in terms of utility to change the pace, right? It's against these USPs, it's against these half-buys when they know if they come up and challenge on a ramp, it's not going to be, moving up catwalk on the second round so quickly. It's not going to be rounds where there's Molotovs, where there's constant smokes and nades at the various choke points. More than happy to take these kinds of risks and let NiP know they're willing to be fast-paced when they have an overwhelming advantage with which to do it. And this time it's NiP to call a timeout. Both teams have used one. Heading into the 9th round.
Definitely feeling the pressure already. It is just notoriously such a tough team to be playing against. Their T sides they really can be devastating. 6-2. And NiP, I'm sure the temptation is also to, if you could start the round in a 4-on-5, you can go and look. We saw this from Na'Vi earlier, right? When they were on the CT side, they were pushing top mid. They had Electronic pushing in there to try and find a kill. I'm sure NiP would love to do that, but then Outsiders, the first 40 seconds of the round, they're waiting for you to do that, more or less.
Ooh, missed shot from Jame, had the idea. Roland grabs the advantage. Run boost to get out mid safely. Off in the hands of Rez. This time it's over at the top of a ramp.
And for the moment, they're actually keeping this double ramp setup on the A-bomb side.
See the blood spatter as well. Can call out that there's been damage done, but it's unconfirmed the amount.
And they are, again, waiting it out, trying to see if NiP are going to lose a little bit of patience. They know there was some aggression of ramp, so James quite happy to spend 20 seconds just waiting at this corner to see if anything is going to happen.
I think he's calling Qikert over at the moment so that he can flash him in. And this flashbang can get missed frequently. There it is. Perfect. Brolin's blind. Lucky to be alive, and there's Rez. Qikert steps right into the trap.
Yeah, that's the kind of kill you maybe in the future you'd leave alone, because you don't get the initial flash instant kill, but you can see the temptation to try and go for it. 40 seconds. They brought the bomb over in the B hallways. Hampus, though, he could be a little bit of spanner in the works. Flit goes down, and he's meant to put pressure from the catwalk onto the B bomb side. Now instead, Norbert, oh my
no way.
God, that is a disgusting kill. Taking down Hampus, he just clicked him, he just deleted him out of the round, and now the bomb has been planted on top of everything else. Surely they can't get away with winning this round. They should not be allowed. It's a 2-on-5 that Norbert's managed to turn around. Jame is back here with the AWP, but pressure has already been put on. Grenade to his right.
They're waiting for a flank. There's no kits.
Yeah, that's a good point. They need to be somewhat quick with it here, although that flank is happening. There's Jame with the shot. He takes a little bit of damage in return. Aleksib and Rez, they need this round badly, but that clock is already run down so low, and they can't find Norbert. They're straight on the defuse. 10 seconds. Rez is going to be able to pick up the kill.
He's got it.
And Aleksib, he's right on it. Couldn't spare a second. Finally, NiP with another one. 3-6, but what an intense round.
Yeah, that's well done from Norbert to put them in a winnable situation, just to give them a chance at it. The plant is going to help massively. Obviously, 3 kills is going to be painful for NiP to sustain. Nice shot from Rez. I mean, this was a 2-on-5 at one point.
Yeah.
NiP's defense held strong, and it came down to a 2-on-2. Almost able to make it work, and NiP switches into a double op setup. They fully invested. This is a very critical round for NiP in this first half. A reset here would be devastating.
Trying to set up the one-way. Didn't look like it maybe quite worked. I think the smoke bounced once through the Molotov. Probably meant to extinguish on the first one. Round number 10. And Fame a little bit quicker to come up out of the underpass, feeling like maybe there is a chance here. There are no smokes blocking his way, because again, NiP are trying to hold on to them. So he's got an opportunity at the start of this round where he's just kind of able to walk right in. Could have found the kill there.
Oh, Jame gets a pick onto Aleksib. That's a painful one to take, 5 on 4, and this is where Outsiders does their best work. This is where that slow style can be ultra painful.
They knew that Jame was up there, right? He'd already taken a bit of damage?
I believe so. Either way, here's that pause button. Everyone can chill, looking to see if there's going to be a reaction from NiP, any kind of aggression, any kind of information play, and it might come right here. Fame's got it. hampus wanted it.
Just must be torturous.
Yep.
You know, but you feel so forced, like you said, they want information. They need the information.
And now comes the pressure to be applied. Now comes utility. And look at the way it's peeling Rez away from the A bomb site as well, which is the final destination. The spamming into the smoke gives up Brolin's position, and an easy one for Qikert. Bomb not even picked up yet. Nope. 20 seconds. Now, this is risky. One good shot from Rez and the round could be over.
I've said that a million times about Outsiders, and it feels like that's just how they play every time. But it's absolutely true. If Rez steps out at the right moment here, if he could shoot him through the box, that might be enough. S-Tag's going to get one, but they will get the bomb plant, and that's the round one. Again, I feel like any other team could so easily panic when you pick up the bomb and tease bomb with 20 seconds, but Outsiders, that's just where they live. They're happy to be there.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
More than happy, I think, to be there. S-Tag's got a long time to save this weapon. He's got 2 players encroaching from his position, towards his position from B halls. He's found some safety in the market for the moment. It'll be a 7th round for Outsiders, and this AWP is the only weapon NiP have to fight with moving forward if he can keep it in his hands.
Yeah, S-Tag really wants to hold on, but there's absolutely no way. Qikert getting the shot. Nice
That's the
triple
shot that makes you jump out of your seat.
Yeah. 7-3, Jason, in favor of Outsiders. This is another classic Outsiders game. It just is.
Yeah, they're working NiP across this map.
Yep.
They are working them.
And again, nowhere near as intense as some of the other matches that we've seen throughout the day and obviously throughout the Challenger stage, but it's so suffocating. NiP can't breathe at all. And I bet they know. I mean, when they go to check the middle and get shut down by Fame or Flit in some of these rounds, it's not like NiP don't know that that could happen, right? I'm sure they've been practicing, they've been studying, they know probably way better than we do. But the option of not having the information and not knowing what to actually do is... Obviously, they feel like the worst of those two evils.
And again, up against USPs, up against a very low economy buy. This is a minute and a half into the round, and we're already getting challenges, excuse me. Fame is going to win another one. There's Jame up from the top. This actually gets interestingly close. Brolin with a chance at another 1v2, but Fame won't even let him get a shot off. Good
stack from NiP. That's fair play. That's some real damage that they managed to do in the round. But can't quite win the clutch at the end. 8-3 in favor of Outsiders. Very strong start that we're dealing with here.
Yeah, extremely strong start.
Well, it's actually hampus getting a triple.
Yeah, well done from hampus. Almost even a chance to add a 4th on top of it with it would have been a brilliant shot. But Outsiders look calm and composed. 5-round lead for the offensive side. This is an 0-1 game. And remember as well, FaZe is 0-2. The loser of this series has that chance. There's that little bit of danger.
It's not really a lottery I want to be part of if I'm any of these teams.
No. 0-2 is not a cool place to be to start with, and you add in, what, the #1 ranked team in the world. And it's, yeah, it sucks. Op in the hands of Rez. We haven't really seen it get involved in the action a whole lot.
Look at all of NiP. They're in the middle of the map.
Yeah, just taking it over. Keeping control. Question is, what do you do with it from here? It's a lot of bodies that you're keeping in the middle of the map. It weakens the extremities. As Rez shifts over to A, S-Tag is going to be out in the open at the B bomb site. And thankfully for the moment, Outsiders is content to just be spread and passive and let NiP use their utility. And let NiP wonder.
Famous going to use that window smoke for just a peek, just to see if anyone was going to be nearby, waiting for the opportunity to maybe bounce on Brolan, but it's going to go the other way, and with a Flit going down at the top of mid, this is starting to look like a really good defense. Still, you're kind of seeing like how many positions have you get attacked at once. It's bottom mid, it's top mid, and it's that A ramp. Pretty much all at the same time for outsiders.
I think the A-ramp play is actually sprung because they're calling out, oh, there's 3 players in middle when they see it when they die, right? So the guy at the A-ramp is just saying, okay, well, I'm going to go swing and see if I can find a 1v1 here. And obviously, if it's an M4, you have a chance at it if you can find them. If it's the AWP, there's a chance you just get shut down, which is exactly what happened here. And now it's just Norbert trying to save the AK-47 money, plenty of it for outsiders. Norbert can even drop an AK-47 over to Qikert, as the losing bonus is not built up whatsoever. For outsiders, they'll get 1,400.
But a little bit of a ray of light for NiP that they desperately need. There's still a chance to make something great out of this first half, though, right? If they can finish 8-7 here, it's not bad.
Great's a strong word.
Great.
You went from great to not bad in one sentence.
Great, not bad, not terrible.
There's a way to recover, I guess, in this half and scrape together what you can, but it's not looking pretty. I mean, this has essentially been like NiP wins a round, 3 rounds straight for outsiders. NiP wins a round, 3 rounds straight for outsiders.
Not the best pattern that they're building for themselves.
Absolutely not. Fame's at 14 kills, Flit's at 10 to lead the way for outsiders. For Hampus, it's 10 kills to lead the way for NiP. S-Tag just behind him at 8.
13th round. I feel like it must be worse to have watched so many demos and obviously NiP have played them many times before, and you know what's coming, and you still can't quite solve the puzzle in the middle of the game. But they have a real shot at it here. I guess that's what we really should be focusing on. A real chance right now for NiP to turn the tide a little bit in their favor. Not that much money left on the Outsiders team, and NiP, they have money, they have a little bit of money in the bank, they have obviously rifles. If they can win this one, we're on the path to something much, much brighter for them. All right, sneaking through the underpass. Double setup. Yeah, bomb outside of A, though.
2-1-2 setup as well. Flit just being passively watching mid. Now going to step forward, use his utility to activate Fame, and Jame coming through the underpass to start gaining mid control. And an emphasis we've seen from NiP on the middle of the map throughout this half. We've seen him crunch it 3 times. And here as well, you have Aleksib at top con, Resin, window room, S-Tag, and Hampus attached by the hip at catwalk. So a setup where they can crunch middle again if they so choose. Even Brolan is shifting over from the A-bomb site as well. I think NiP is going to go back and do the very same thing we've seen him do a number of times. Crunch middle, take control of it in the mid-round. Or attempt to.
Yeah, it's backfired a couple of times. For sure, Flit's going to be swinging out to try and take that fight. It's not a bad idea. Brolan to follow up. This is looking a little bit better. Jame, though, still a threat up here, and they got to be careful. They actually double swing, and they catch him with the knife out. That's about as good as it could possibly get. 2 versus 3 now. They do have the bomb on the site, but not that much control. They're going to go straight for the bomb plant, and now in the after plant, 2 versus 3. And everything on this on the line here for NiP. They absolutely must win this one.
Oh my lord, Qikert is going for the long run through middle, so Norbert's got a long time he's got to stay in his zone. There's 1 smoke on S-Tag either for the bomb, they can throw it on Palace. He has a lot of different positions he can choose. There's 3 kits in play as well.
Yeah, you can see the communication there. Norbert calling it in, saying, not had anyone yet, no diffuses happening. S-Tag is surely going to be dead right away. And now they know at least the element of surprise is gone, but a little bit of panic in the side of NiP. What a flick from Rez, taking down Norbert. That's what they needed, and they're straight on. Rez to take down Qikert. Oh, man, last possible second. You hear the tick of that bomb, and you know it's going to be close.
That was a little, I don't know if I want to call it an error, but that bomb is not planted whatsoever for that play from Qikert.
No.
It probably was necessary to improvise in that fashion, Qikert felt, but that bomb is just a little bit too wide for him to get a clean glimpse at it. And this time, we've seen that mid-crunch in the mid-round fail for NiP a couple times. This time it works exactly as it's designed. Even if the kills are traded, it's at least given them information. It's forced Outsiders' hands to make a decision and allowed NiP to focus on the retake.
Tech9, so Mac 10 and a Lonely Deagle on the T side. Outsiders put to the limit now economically. And Flit blown up and ultimately chewed up by the M4. So things are looking up for NiP. They might be able to turn this around. Yeah, just throw those nades into the smoke, make sure no one is there. 5 versus 3. You're the Norbert. That's some pretty well handled engagement with Brolan. Going to be taking him down. 4 versus 3. And he's deep in there, but I guess the communication was good enough. They knew. Aleksib sees one, calling it in surely. No need to panic here for NiP. Just Fame left, and they're going to find him. 6 rounds now up to NiP. This is starting to turn around.
Yeah, you mentioned it just a few rounds ago. Not going to be any kind of great recovery, but not bad. Or not a great half, but a not bad half if they can get up to 7. I'm really curious what the call is going to be from Outsiders here, because this is a few rounds now they've actually caught wind of that mid pressure from NiP, and they've made the decision to kind of commit themselves to the A bomb site. They've at least gotten the plant. They've gotten to play the post plant once. I'm wondering if Outsiders is going to come in with another kind of spread default on the map, move slowly and progress the way we've seen them. Because we haven't seen them want to be too aggressive and too fast-paced against the AWPs, against the utility, and against the M4s.
Double AWP. That could be a strong way to shut it down. I mean, if they're going to be playing slow, and if you're forced to hold angles for a long time, I mean, that's kind of what the AWP is for half the time, so...
They also have an M4 stockpiled in CT spawn, so if STAG needs to rotate over to retake the A bomb site, he's got an M4 he can swap out to make it more manageable.
Yeah, good catch. Anti-flash being played from Aleksib, while technically also holding the underpass, but good position either way.
It's that mid setup again.
Yeah, when in doubt, crunch mid, I guess.
I think Outsiders, this is what I was curious about. Outsiders are just going to go for a 4-man A hit. Berlin's the only defender here, and he's sneaking towards Top Cat. It's going to be Fame in the underpass, who's just waiting patiently to lurk. He's just doing his best to not be found out, not give away his position, and he's going to be coming in late, very, very late when the retake begins. However, with mid presence, you have to imagine NiP's actually going to swing and try and clear out the underpass as well.
Yeah, they might try and do that before they focus on the retake up here. 45 seconds, so fairly early in the round from Outsiders standards. Norbert's going to be getting that refrag, and that's a great job. The bomb dropped in sandwich for the moment, still a 3-on-4, and 35 seconds left. Aleksib waiting for it, and that's a good idea. Jame offers himself up to that fight, and he's going to go down. Fame and Qikert now 2 versus 4, and this should not be a round that NiP should really ever lose. They've got a flank coming in. They know everything that they need to at the moment. Fame goes down, and Qikert in a 1 versus 4 here in the 15th round. Well done from NiP.
Yeah, that one is managed so very well. Qikert, he's got 1. He's got another to fight on the stairs, but hampus is flanking in. He's got no idea. If he goes down from the side, Outsiders shoot up to a very, very quick lead. But a comeback from NiP make this as close as it possibly can be. 8-7 in the favor of Outsiders, and we'll be right back with the second half. Outsiders nursing a 1-round lead after the half. It was a comeback from NiP that made them a little bit nervous. 4 straight rounds on the defensive side of Mirage has put NiP within striking distance. Second half is now. One of these two teams is going 0-2. The other one's moving to 1-1 with more games to play in the IEM Rio Legends stage.
Man, you got a real sense in that first half of what an incredible puzzle NiP had to solve to even get to where they are right now. There's a real chance that they just never solve it and get crushed in it. And this map is almost over now. So I actually give NiP a lot of credit for this.
Yeah, I have a certain amount of admiration. They came in with that game plan to control mid, came in with the game plan to do those mid-round crunches in middle. And, I mean, it didn't pan out the first 2 times they ran it, but they stuck with it.
Yeah.
They stuck with the game plan, they put faith in it, and it rewarded them at the end of the day with a comeback. Norbert's got a chance against S-Tag, but not much of one.
Very, very cool stuff right there. Yeah.
That's pulled the whole defense over. A's open.
They're ready for it. Bomb is being carried out slowly but surely. They're not fully committed to it.
Well, Rez has a P250, so he's doing that whole thing where he's just like challenging and dueling, and he sees absolutely no one. So I think that's going to give them some confidence to start gaining some space. Good kill from Fame into a 4-on-4.
And like you said, that P250 is the great equalizer in this round, so even though they heard the shot coming out here for Qikert and obviously heard the jumps as well, Rez is probably quite ready to take that fight. That's what he wanted all along. Under a minute now. Bomb has been here all along at the A-bomb side, and that's a long-range shot. Stolen USB on S-Tag to bring down Fame. Qikert and Jame left now trying to hold on to the round, and now just down to Jame. They know where he is. They don't really have to worry about anything. Just no point in fighting him too much. Don't give him a chance to win the 1 versus 4. That is definitely not worth it.
It'd have to be quick. It'd have to be so quick. He's got a second, 1v2. No kit, though. He does have armor. Gonna tap the bomb, hope to force someone out into the open. The jump shot is gonna give away, or the jump is gonna give away the information that Jame is not on the bomb. He's gotta be so aggressive. Pushing forward, does find S-Tag, but I don't know if there's enough time to get back to the bomb and defuse.
Surely not.
It's a valiant effort, though.
Yeah, he's made a lot of money for himself in terms of you know, buying something in the next round. And Roland, how does Jame know everything? Oh, that's a sick round for him nonetheless. The kit is all the way over there. That's a good catch with the camera. Yeah, that's where he would have needed to almost rotate that way, but obviously he was quite far away.
That's a well-manufactured pistol round, though, from NiP. They moved around the map very, very well. I mean, Brolin gets position over in window room, over in jungle, so the players res. They know there's nobody that they have to worry about from that angle whatsoever. They can worry about catwalk. They can worry about CT spawn. It's just well put together.
Tied up is what the game is right now. 8-8. Now, NiP won the pistol in the first half, and then they got immediately blown up. Obviously, here in the second half, they can't let that happen. But look at the buy on Outsiders.
Yeah, there's a lot of danger in this round for NiP. They're going to try and end at the A-bomb site. S-Tag and Palace being cautious. Brolin and hampus moving through the underpass at the moment for mid-control and mid-presence. They want to split up connector to meet up with this other prong of the attack as Aleksib and Rez are going to start applying pressure to the A-bomb site, hopefully to take attention away from Brolin and hampus. But Flit's got the M4. He can do work here.
Yeah, see how much of a surprise it's going to be. Not to Rez. He was absolutely on point. Taking down Flit's a strong start, and also confirming, of course, that there is that M4 in play, so everyone is going to be way more on alert now, ready for something to happen. And NiP, they still have almost this chokehold on the A-bomb side. They're a little bit waiting. They're kind of doing what Outsiders actually did in the first half. It's frozen in the middle. Brolin's ready. If anyone comes in from catwalk, he can shut him down. If anyone's pushing over on the other side, Brolin's going to be able to call it out. And if he really wants to keep going, he could either flank or he could call the team back, but he's going to have to do it soon if they want to do that.
Hampus is actually starting to peek into the B-bomb site. I don't know if there's enough time for them to rotate all the way around and bring the bomb in that direction. A stack here at A for Outsiders.
Yeah, they could have done it at like 42 seconds, right? But now we're down to sub 30. It's way too much of a risk. They're going to go for it right into the stack. So let's see if Outsiders are ready. They have everyone here. They are going to get flanked real soon. So if the bomb goes down, it's probably round over. S-Tag to open up as well in taking down Fame. So everything is going according to plan. 10 seconds on the clock. And they're going to find the last kill on Jame. No problem. Well done from NiP.
Yeah, really well done. I sending that MAC-10 forward in the scouting mission just to be the tip of the spear and clearing everything out for him.
That was a little bit of fighting fire with fire.
Yeah, there you go. Now we got it. Shout out to Yanko on the desk.
Gone full circle.
9-8, NiP. They grab a lead. At one point, this was 8-3. 6 rounds straight for NiP going back to the first half. And hampus is going to add a very nice, quick opening kill in the window room through the smoke.
Yeah, there's no accounting for that. That'll happen every once in a while. This time, Fame was the victim. And they slow it down. Deagle picked up on 2 players on the Outsiders team, Norbert and Jame. And they're going to be quite content to wait around. NiP doing the same.
I'm glad to see NiP playing well here. This lineup,
Yes.
remember, was the roster decisions around this team were much aligned when they came out. Bringing in Aleksib as the in-game leader, moving Rez over to the AWP role, shifting Hampus away from the in-game leadership that people thought who were very impressed by his abilities in that role. And then they had that absolutely banger of a road to Rio, qualified as legends.
Sure. And even if for a while there, Hampus took a break from the team, right?
I think that's part of the decision of why he didn't want to be the in-game leader anymore. I think that kind of, he was the in-game leader through all the upheaval of roster changes, players coming in and out, the device situation as well. I think he was just so stressed.
It's one of the reasons why watching him unleashed the way that he's been in this new NiP roster is super sick.
Yeah, I think, I mean, with all the moving parts that there is, on some level, I think Hampus being like reactivated and reinvigorated in this role is probably the most important facet of all of it. So much focus is obviously going to go to the formerly star rifler of Rez switching over to the AWP, but Hampus, if he's able to get back to his ways that we know he can do and do it consistently, this team can be a force.
I
2-round lead for NiP. It's going to be 10-8.
I really appreciate the fact that they took their time with this round, even though they were up against USPs and Deagles, because it's exactly the kind of round you could easily lose if you just take it a little bit too much for granted. And they are playing a notoriously annoying and difficult team to play against, so why give them the opportunity? There's no point in doing it. You're right, 10-8. Hampus is up to 17-11.
Yeah. Looking good. I mean, which bodes well for the T side as well. As we kind of mentioned in the first half, his ability to take space, his ability to exert his influence on the map is so good. And it does such good things for NiP when he's playing a good game on the T sides. 2-round lead. Guns coming out for Outsiders. Jame is going to get to the AWP. No armor on that. And M4s are going to be surrounding it as we head into round number 19.
Against 3 Gideons and 1 M4, the lack of head armor on the CT side is at least worth mentioning. In case you get into the wrong fight at the wrong time, there's 2 people with no head armor, and as you said, Jane with no armor at all. So if they are unlucky, oh, look at this, it could be a change of pace. They're going to be just water falling out of the palace and catching Qikert. That trade is worth it. That's a good start.
Yeah, it's a great trade. Access to the bomb site, and actually everyone from Outsiders kind of shifting away. James starting to move up to the stairs with the off. Great finds from Aleksib in middle. A perfect lurk onto Fame. Flit had no chance, and that has to be aggression from Norbert to put it out. He just gets out of danger, and there goes Jame. What a knockout punch delivered by NiP. They're willing to do the fast strats against rifles.
That was so sick, especially Aleksib getting the early kill and then beating the communication, basically. There's no way that anyone could turn around for that.
Yeah, and I mean, look, that's obviously a great double kill and great presence in the middle from Aleksib, but that round does not ever begin if they don't trade that initial kill into the bomb site.
Yeah. What a call. Just out of spawn. They knew what they were doing and they weren't going to slow it down. 11-8.
Now 8 rounds straight for NiP.
I'm so impressed. They have definitely come into play. The preparation, the homework that they've done, which you have to do. If you show up unprepared to play a team like Outsider, you are going to get crushed. And I'll be honest, it still feels to me like they nearly did in the first half.
Yeah, they bended quite a bit. They were bending very, very much, but the fact that they didn't break, we both kind of already expressed our admiration for it. And I mean, this is the results. You don't crumble, you don't fall apart, and now you're getting a great start on your T side. 4 in a row to open up the second half.
And Outsiders now have the chance to figure out what is going on.
Outsiders as well, a team that's probably on many lists to be a playoff hopeful, right on the edge, I think, of the team that people would expect to be in the playoffs.
They're a cheeky team. They could make it through.
I'll tell you what, nobody wants to play them in an 0-2 game.
Absolutely not. That actually is a nightmare.
I think you'd probably rather play FaZe than Outsiders in an 0-2 game. No reason to incorporate more stress into your life with the Outsiders style.
Yeah.
Pack mentality from NiP. 4 players in middle, S-tag over, and Palace on his lonesome. 2 M4s picked up.
He saw that gun barrel 100%. Flit Could have walked into death. Fame, though, on the other side. Wide crossfire through the center of the map. And they're going to get the kill on hampus. That is not the start that NiP. It was very, very easily could have gone the other way there.
I don't know if they would have expected the M4s.
Doesn't seem like it.
5 on 4, and Outsiders taking a big gamble, at least for the moment. 4 players shifting over towards the B bomb site. Jame and Fame both in market. Although Fame is shifting back, they're making their decisions of where they want to position this defense.
Yeah, they put the pistols in B and the rifles on A.
Yep. And they have that shift over, that lean towards the B bomb site because Qikert wants to make this play. If he goes down, all of a sudden they have players there in position to recover the situation. But now that Qikert has seen absolutely nothing and Jame is joining up as well, they're going to have a decent amount of firepower to defend this A bomb site. Still, not a guaranteed victory in any way, as NiP themselves being very quiet, being very cautious of finding map control at the top of the ramp before they actually execute and pull the trigger.
Can you see anything over? He can. What a position from Flit. The Molotov forced them out into the fight, but they take down Rez. Strong start, and now the flank is coming in. Qikert one step at a time, about to end this round and finally pick up something here for Outsiders in the second half. That's Aleksib gone, and 20 seconds isn't falling apart for NiP. No shot, triple for Fame, and 9-11. That was very well done for Outsiders, and NiP definitely caught off guard.
Yeah, beautiful round. That's one way to gain information. Outsiders might have just shown you how it's done against a slow-paced style. Slow-paced, creeping T-side. Over-rotation to B to allow and activate the kind of aggression that gets you the intel you need. And then shift based off that. Good round from Fame. They finally put a stop to the run. Back on the board is Outsiders with 9. And that gives Jame an AWP as well in round 21.
Oh, Rez straight in there, and Flit actually still partially flashed. Wanted to just take a peek. And gets taken down, and again, they're pretty aggressive here. Bomb is a little bit further back, but they're so far in the bomb side. Aleksib, he wanted to take all that map space and gets caught by Jame in the middle of that little mission.
I wonder if the shots from S-Tag, though, kind of gave away the game, because you could see Qikert got really passive and just basically said, like, hey, they're up A ramp. I can't challenge. They can be creeping on you, and that brought Jame's attention over. Again, at a certain point in this round, Outsiders had a huge lean towards the B bomb site. Norbert was flirting with the idea of playing from market. He's going to be a quick rotation. If Fame and Jame can slow this down in any sense, Norbert's going to arrive.
Well, let's see where they put the double smoke, right? If they smoke out, well, they can almost smoke out both players here. They do none of that. A little bit problematic, perhaps, for NiP. Hampus is out of the round now, and that's a no-scope on Brolin. Brutal way to lose this round. Rez, not a chance. Jame able to find the headshot him at the end. That's a quad kill for Jame. Started to get warmed up with the AWP in the second half.
That's a disgusting little no-scope.
Yeah.
He'll take that. He'll take it. Why not? 11-10. The scoreline stays close, as we know. Outsiders historically a tough team to put away.
Break it down for me. How come NiP don't throw more nades? Because they definitely had more than they threw. What's the purpose of running in there without the nades?
Again, I think it's a lot of catching them off guard. I think it's a lot of trying to mask the play for as long as humanly possible. And it probably made the assumption that the op wasn't going to be in this position, that it was going to be elsewhere. It was spotted in window room earlier when it gets the opening kill. And NiP's going to do it again. This time, I think they're going to use plenty of utility. They're lining up for this B split right out of the gate. Aleksib applying a lot of pressure to Catwalk. S-Tag and Hampus ready to pounce towards the B bomb site. Nobody has shifted over to help this defense.
That Molotov against Fame would have been really sick if they would have been pushing behind, because he was kind of running back to get out of the fire, but...
Oh, now they know.
Yeah.
They kill Aleksib in the middle, and he's the only one there, and the whole shift comes in. And NiP know that they know, so they back off. It's time for plan B.
Oh, we're deep, many layers deep into this round.
Now, the nice thing is, Jame has shifted over to the B bomb site with the op, which allows Norbert and Fame with the M4s and the rifles to get aggressive on Catwalk and take control of middle.
You could catch a kill here. Fame is checking a lot of positions. Rez is waiting all day for this. Oh, but the shadow shows. That's unfortunate. Fame, I thought he was walking into certain death there. By the way, a little bit of a shout out to Rez. I think he was 0-7 at the start, and he's actually made up for it a lot.
This round's a little bit of a stalemate. This round is kind of weird. Every move that NiP's wanted to make has been stopped stone cold. First, Aleksib getting killed on Catwalk dissuades them from attacking the B bomb site. Then they want to go and readdress from top mid. The aggression up Catwalk actually stops them stone cold. So now they've moved on to like plan C, plan D.
Yeah, we're running down the alphabet at the moment. I guess the only upside is Outsiders don't have any nades almost at all. So
yeah, I think they're more than happy. There's only 18 seconds.
Yeah. If you get the bomb plant down, though, those grenades that they're lacking could be a big factor once again. Flip. No, you're not seeing it, but Qikert is down below, and that's the bomb on the ground. 10 seconds. This round has slipped out of the hands of NiP. As you pointed out, no time for it. They're going to go straight for the bomb plant. I can't believe it. Last possible second. And they at least get that much. 2 versus 4, though, and still a very tough round ahead here for NiP. S-Tag and hampus. This would be a miracle if they could get this done. hampus sneaking in towards the jungle in the window. Just misses it. I can't believe it. A little bit of a lineup, but S-Tag can't spray them both down. And now the question is, can hampus actually do this? Yeah, walking back, and again, they don't have the smokes to pick it up, so they can't just obscure the bomb. He's sneaking on in. Flit is waiting for him. That's the first kill in the line, but he can't get the next one. Norbert swings wide, and Fame obviously covered behind the boxes as well, so a tied-up scoreline, 11-11.
Yeah, that was always going to be a desperate round. That bomb had to be planted in that position for safety. There was no chance for hampus to readjust in any kind of a position that would have been effective, and that's the problem with running down the clock, but also I don't even want to blame NiP for running down the clock, because it's more Outsiders stopped the first 2 or 3 moves they wanted to make on the map. That's great defense from Outsiders.
Yeah, no, it is. And NiP, I mean, also showing that in spite of the fact that they've been forced to play that late in the round, they're still able to do it. Roland getting blown up in the middle by James AWP.
And again, that one kill just takes away the idea of what NiP wanted to do. They really wanted to apply this pressure and split towards the A-bomb site pretty quick. Rez and hampus are second-guessing it, so is S-Tag. They're backing away. Aleksib is saying, look, I'm under window. I'll call it off. Use me as the pivot point. Let's readjust on the map. So once again, Outsiders force NiP to move down the list of options. And this is going to use a lot of the utility that NiP actually brings into the round. One smoke going to have to be used for the window room.
See if they can crunch middle right here again. Very limited on the weapons, obviously, so it's going to require something extra. But they have the initial smokes to try and get a bit of control. Aleksib's been on this bench hoping for the kill for a while. Instead, it's Fame to pick it up, and 5 versus 3 now. And Outsiders, not a lot of incentive in this round to continue any big fights here. All they can really do is give NiP a way back into the round. If they stays like this, then they're going to be golden. And Flit right on top. He's got the angle for it. 3 people waiting inside, and that's a little bit too much to handle. I'm shocked. Thought he would be ready for it, but Rez must have been pre-aiming that one. A little bit of a lineup.
Oh, my dear.
Not able to follow it through, and just like that, 2 versus 3 now. Qikert also jumped upon. There's just too many targets, but Norbert is here and he can't find the shot. hampus takes him down. NiP have absolutely no business winning this round, but they did.
Yeah, I was going to say the same exact thing. There was no reason NiP should have won that round. That is a stunning collapse of the Outsiders' defense. They had everything set up perfectly. Great job from NiP. I mean, obviously, first the kill inside the smoke, the Molotov to take Jame away from the angle with the AWP. But man, they get all the perfect kills exactly as they needed. And every single fight that Outsiders actually found was so uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
Second time out used by NiP.
Yeah, the player coming in from Catwalk to look into the A-bomb side had 2 targets. Then there was the jump at the ticket booth that sort of offset his aim, and obviously that doesn't work out so well.
This round is critical. This round is everything. Round number 24. Timeout taken from NiP to talk things over. Look at the position they have the Outsiders economy in. And this is when you'll probably see the kind of stereotypical Outsiders kind of save idea. If they can't find any kind of clean way to win the round, they'll play the numbers. They'll save the weapons moving forward into the next one. But if they get wiped out, they got nothing to play with, and NiP is going to be in spitting distance of a map victory, spitting distance of 1-1 here in the Legend stage.
Oh man, 12-11. That is a real shock. I really still can't believe that they actually managed to pick up that round. How much life is that going to be generating for NiP? We're going to find out. They're in the middle once again. They really want to try and see if they can make this work. Every other time they've tried this, they've lost the opening kill, and they've had to change their plan. Take a little bit of nade damage here for Aleksib, but he's still here.
Aleksib's calling a great T-half, though. You got to give the man credit. This has been very cool. Trying to move up in between the smokes, find the gap in them, and a slow creeping crawl up A ramp as well. It's Flit as the first measure of defense, and Rez has him picked off. There's no one here. And this now, keep your eyes on the map. If Qikert can't do something special and keep this round within striking distance, Outsiders might just back away.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And
oh wait, it's NiP who backs off.
That's so strange. With there being 3 people on the catwalk, this could actually backfire for NiP.
I think it might actually. I think you're exactly right. I think it's going to massively. Norbert's going to push up middle.
By the way, they 100% knew that they had Flit trapped. You could see Aleksib shouting it out when he was coming up from the middle, so they knew that between him and the AWP in the Palace, they had that they had Flit trapped in the middle. That was a really sick call. Hampus goes down though. Norbert able to find the kill, and now they're going to start to walk towards Jame. They have some flashbangs, but again, if you throw them too early, you're giving away the game. So if you just sneak on in and try and crouch through, you're an easy target for Jame. He's going to do a lot of damage to S-Tag, and he's going to call in the reinforcements right away. Not quite ready for it this time, but they swing wide, and Brolin not quick enough on the trigger. Jame is still alive, and that's all he needs to be right now. 2 versus 4, 18 seconds on the clock. Oh my god, what a way to win the round.
That's a disgusting performance from Jame. What a great read. He felt to me so uncomfortable in a lot of that situation up until he gets dinked through the wall, and he's like, I know what's coming next.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this wide swing, and NiP can't handle it. And that readjustment, we said it might backfire, and indeed it did. And you're right, again, no flashbangs not to give away the game, and you're taking a big risk that you're not walking into the AWP. They're lucky they got away with a leg shot and not just a clean kill from Jame. Instead, it's NiP who's having money issues now. 1 AK-47 on S-Tag, Tech 9 on Brolin, Deagles, and this is just a B hit. Norbert and Fame to defend.
See if it works. Couple of flashes. Doesn't look like much, but you get the right timing, and it could absolutely wreck a bomb site. Norbert, though, and Fame are ready, so good little start here for Outsiders. Jame also picking up a kill, and Flit. Perfect timing to show up at the catwalk corner. Double kill for him, and I mean, it's probably worth trying every once in a while to do that if you're NiP, but this time it did not work out.
Man, NiP had him pinned against the ropes with that economy, right? That round of just no money. That's the round that they had to win, the round 24, where it was just a reset round for Outsiders. The fact that they survive it, and now all their money is thriving, and now it's NiP who's scrambling. Timeout taken. This is the 4th and final timeout from Outsiders. Last chance to talk things over, to take a break, hit a pause.
Crazy tough game, this one. And I don't think anyone is surprised at all.
Didn't look like it was going to be. Outsiders at the beginning of the first half was absolutely working NiP across the map, and boy, have they stuck in at NiP to put themselves in this position. Still a long way to go. 4 rounds away from a victory. For Outsiders, only 3. But NiP's in an odd money situation moving forward.
Hampus at 21. But S-Tag is starting to get up there as well.
Yeah, well, Fame is 23. He's doing him 2 better. Fame has had a great game with the M4. Flit and Jame in window. Flit's going to jump out into underpass and be aggressive. Brolin's going to be moving down mid quick. There's a chance for Flit to have impact in this round. Late flashbang. Perfectly timed late flashbang from Qikert activates him. Surely he gets taken down through the smoke. It was only a matter of time, and it's chaos on the map into a 4-on-4.
He did manage to throw that nade, even though he died for trying. So a lot of, or a little bit of damage at least, onto S-Tag back there. Rez also at top mid, feeling pretty beat up, down to 31 health.
That early engagement, though, chewed into a lot of the utility Outsiders brought into the game. They've got 1 flashbang left, 2 smokes, and an HE grenade for, what, 1 minute and 20 seconds when all of that was said and done.
Yeah. And NiP, 4 versus 4. Generally, we trade even like this, it's going to be favoring the T side. Picking up the bomb, and looks like they're going to be gravitating towards maybe just rotating around Rez, because he's so low on health that maybe he can pick up rotation through middle, but it's going to be hard for him to be the main focus of attack, right? He maybe could catch Fame coming through over on the catwalk, but everyone else from Outsiders is already kind of in the right position. Yeah, I see Fame just slowly moving in there, maneuvering for it.
It's all down to this Palace play.
Yeah, it's got to be 25 seconds. Let's see if NiP can thread the needle one more time. If they can't, it's going to come to a halt really quickly here. 17 seconds, and they're going to be walking out again. No grenades thrown. They want to try and beat the timing, and they do get the refract on Jame. It's not bad at all, but Qikert is down in shadow, and he'll pick up S-Tag, and Hampus, he can't do anything about it. Time has run out, and his teammates are dead. 14 to 12. Outsiders 2 rounds away from taking a step forward here.
Yeah, and putting in NiP in that dark hole of 0-2.
Yes, along with FaZe.
Along with FaZe.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you don't like that. 14-12. Off still in the hands of Jame. That's passed over. AK-47 on hampus is the only rifle. They're going to half buy around it. No timeout taken from NiP. They're going to try and do this one on the fly. Round 27.
I mean, this time it's not a question about not using the nades. They almost have none on the NiP side. They're going to go straight for it. See if they can just battle it out in the middle, although they've already lost Rez, and Aleksib is not that far from following him. One deep nade up there. I'm sure someone eventually will find a way to do it. It's kind of the wrong position, but I guess the M4 will do the job anyway.
Man, this half just spiraled completely out of control for NiP. hampus has to create something right now, and he's entirely shut down. Good shot from Norbert. The bomb, as on S-Tag, is trying to follow it up. 2 on 5.
Yeah, the back suffocating and being crushed by outsiders. S-Tag and Brolin left. They've got an AK that they've recovered, and they're kind of walking around as a little team across the map.
That round 24, man, that was the one.
That's going to haunt them.
That was the round after a single victory. They had outsiders the breaking point, that re-rotation back to the B bomb site. That's the one that allowed outsiders to just move forward with supreme confidence and so much money beneath them. What a strong CT side this has turned out to be from outsiders. And once again, it's Brolin and S-Tag to move up connector. Hoping for a miracle.
Probably more than one in this round, to be perfectly honest. Norbert's going to take all of that away from them. Jame on the follow-up, taking down S-Tag. It is 15 on the side of outsiders. They're one round away. And you know what? Just to bring it back a little bit to that 24th round, just so now we're talking about it, I feel like in another game, maybe you can try and leverage an accusation against NiP and say maybe they're overthinking the round, maybe they're thinking too much about things. But honestly, you're playing outsiders. You kind of have to be. Like, I can't even really blame them for trying to say, well.
There is like some weird outsiders effect. I feel like this way when I watch like Vitality as well. Where like feel like everyone like Jane plays very differently against outsiders than they do against like any other team. Whenever I watch Vitality play outsiders as well, I'm just like, you guys are like, this is not the Vitality I'm used to watching. I feel like I'm seeing that out of NiP. Although to be fair, we have far less information about what this NiP team is going to look like.
I feel like that is what's so sick about them, is that they actually force their opponents into this really uncomfortable space where you're almost forced to play by their rules, right? And because they've practiced all of those rules, like that's where they want to play.
Yeah.
They have such an advantage.
It's like fighting Freddy in the Nightmare Realm.
That's exactly right.
3-round lead. 3 chances for outsiders to win this game.
Oh, boost up. Flick not connecting, unfortunately. It's a good idea. And they nearly got what they wanted.
Yeah, but now it's outsiders with mid-control. Flit has moved all the way up to the ramp. Fame is on catwalk. Jame in window room. They have complete information of the middle of the map, and that allows them to be very mobile and very fast to rotate to both A and B.
NiP need 3 in a row, and I have no idea at the moment how they're going to try and get them. Aleksib setting up a smoke towards that mid window, and I guess we'll see if that's just going to be a little bit of a fake. They're still leaning quite hard towards the B side. No real palace or ramp control, and with about a minute left on the clock, do you really want to try and retake that much space? There's the smoke. S-Tag? Alright, they could maybe try and go middle and leave S-Tag on the ramp. Although that is not the brisk start they could have had. Brolin out of the round. 4 versus 5. And we're down to 40 seconds, and this is time for NiP to do something in this round or simply lose the map to outsiders. 4 versus 5.
S-Tag's got the best chance.
Yeah.
S-Tag's got the best chance. He's moved all the way up towards Cubby at the A bomb site. He's got to do something to alleviate the pressure on his teammates in middle. They've got way too many bodies focusing on them. Flit with one more. There's the pounce, but is it too late?
He's going to find a second one. It's a good opening. It might be possible, but Jame has shown up, holding that crossfire. He's trying to peek it out, but Rez is ready for it. I thought he was just going to jiggle it, but he actually committed to it. 9 seconds on the clock, and Fame started the run in, but it's on the other side of the box. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare. Nice little peek coming out from Rez, finding his second kill of the round. And Norbert, they know where he is, but the wall bang to take him down. Oh no! S-Tag in the back of the site, very low on health. And Norbert, he has got the kit, he's got the time. He's not stressed at all at the moment, and he's eliminating a lot of angles, and now he feels quite sure where it is, and S-Tag, he can't stand up to it. He didn't have the help. 16-12. Outsiders, they find a way to choke NiP out of this game.
And it's a 5-round run from Outsiders. I mean, they just gained complete control of this second half. NiP's offense looked good to start, looked good a little bit in the middle by eye test, but they could not close out any rounds. That is a difficult loss to take, disheartening, as NiP dropped to 0-2, and there's some dangerous teams in that part of the group. And for Outsiders, 1-1, a nice recovery after loss earlier in the day. I'm excited for the draws. We're gonna go to a break. We're gonna get the desk. The draws for tomorrow's matchups are gonna come, and then we'll see you guys.